These are the paper crushes of Czech artist Vojtěch Kubašta. Born in 1914, Kubašta's family immigrated to the former Czechoslovakia when he was 4. Although he worked most of his life under the Iron Curtain, Kubašta was one of the most prominent paper engineers of his time, creating over 100 works, about 15 of which were paper crushes or nativities. This exhibit features 4 of Kubašta's paper crushes. For Bethlehem of Trebechovice, Kubašta was inspired by a visit to Expo 67, the 1967 World's Fair and Exhibition in Montreal, where he saw an exquisite wooden nativity with 2,000 figures and over 300 movable parts. Kubašta's illustrations emulate the original wood nativity and show scenes from everyday life in 19th century Bohemia. Trained as an architect, Kubašta often integrated traditional Central European architecture into his pop-up crushes. This lively and colorful folk nativity captures the atmosphere of a rural Central European town and features children delivering gifts, including fish, music, toys, and baked goods to the newborn Christ.
Philately, the official name for the collection and study of postage stamps, is enjoyed by enthusiasts of all ages who may collect stamps around a specific topic or theme, such as Marian stamps, for example. It's such an important part of American culture that the Smithsonian has an entire museum dedicated to it, the National Postal Museum in Washington, D.C. Since 1970 in the United States, at least 2 sets of Christmas stamps have been issued each year. One contemporary, usually based on secular artwork, and one traditional, usually based on religious artwork. So it's no surprise that the Madonna and Child are so commonly featured on postage stamps. Beyond just a hobby, stamps can be used to study a nation's interests, economy, and culture. This stamp is one of my favorites in our entire collection because it is such an interesting juxtaposition of images with the spacecraft Giotto above a nativity scene, but it actually has a really interesting explanation. The scene with the Holy Family and the 3 Magi is based on artwork from Italian artist Giotto di Bondone. Di Bondone depicted the Star of Bethlehem as a comet, and it is believed that this was based on the 1301 apparition of Halley's Comet, a comet that is periodically visible to Earth about every 75 years. At the top of the image is Giotto, a European space probe that was named after the Italian artist, and was the first spacecraft to make up-close observations of Halley's Comet during the 1986 appearance.
This segment focuses on one of the books featured in the exhibit. This book of hours is almost 500 years old, but the images of the Nativity and other scenes from the lives of Mary and Jesus might look familiar. Books of hours were popular prayer books in the Middle Ages that highlight the little office of the Virgin Mary. Accompanying the prayers, psalms, and hymns for each time of prayer are scenes from Mary's life, from the Annunciation to her coronation in heaven. This particular book is a hybrid of medieval manuscript materials and new printing technology. The text and borders are printed on vellum, an animal skin that was used before paper took hold in Europe. The miniature illustrations were also printed, but then painted with vivid details, including illumination in gold. Hand-painted initials, most of them no larger than a thumbnail, complete the printed text as well.